I'll make some of you host now. You are hosted.
Your co-host. Meeting everyone. Share screen. And unmuting everyone. And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, to New Jersey Family Church's Cheon 1 Prayer Vigil. And to start, we'd like to offer greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Let's offer a standing or seated bow. 천징 참부님께 경배. 하로. And let us recite the family pledge, verse number 4. 4. 천율극 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이사인 청주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect a world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. Thank you, everyone. And now to open us up in prayer, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Roswitha Johansson. So, Mrs. Johansson, if you can please unmute and offer your prayer.
God said to me, you will call me. Let's pray. Our dearest beloved Heavenly Parents, our true parents, thank you so much for letting us start this new day together with you and our beloved brothers and sisters all over the world. You have gone through so much in this past so many centuries. And our heart aches when we think how many times you were so close to restore, to receive back your children. And now we see so much happening in this world. And if we just look with our physical eyes, we see no hope. But thank you, Heavenly Parent, that you have been among us, with us all the time, and that we can know now. We live with true parents, and we are so sorry that our beloved true Father couldn't live one day in your kingdom here on the earth. That's why we want to really work together with our beloved true Mother and help her to do what she wants so much to do, to really bring back the people of this world. I pray, Father and beloved Mother, that we are here, even though we many times don't feel as worthy. But when we decided to follow you, we decided to do it forever. Thank you so much for all the blessings you are giving us every day. And let us really be deeply connected with our true Mother's heart, so we can not only feel a connection, but do the work she wants us to do. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to learn more every day. And we do learn. We are so grateful. And I pray now that you can be with us during this morning service, and that you can bless each and every one on this call and those who couldn't come. Be with those who are living in tragedy. There's so much going on in this world now, so we really want to pray that they are safe and they can find a way back to you. Thank you so much for this day, Heavenly Parent, and please bless this hour now in my name. Bless with the Johansson of a blessed central family. Archie.
Ju. Thank you so much, Mrs. Johansson, for the wonderful opening prayer. And brothers and sisters, now we like to take a few minutes to exercise and get our bodies going and just really appreciate it. So let's start off with some breathing exercises. So I'm just gonna let everyone, let's inhale, breathe in through your nose, hold it, and exhale, breathe out through your mouth. All right, let's do that one more time. Let's inhale through our nose. And exhale through our mouths. All right. So let's reach up to the sky and touch the ceilings. And you can also interlock your fingers to feel a little stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll tilt over to the right side and feel a stretch on the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll go over to the left side, shift over. Oh, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's go back to the center. And we can bring down our arms with our fingers interlocked and try to pull on them. And you could curl your back to feel that nice stretch on your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So today we're going to be focusing on our arms and our shoulders. So we can cross our right arm across our body and pull back with our left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this time we're going to go even further in the same position. Just twist your hips and pull it back even further. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now switch over to our left arm. Cross your body, pull it back with your right hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pull back even further, twisting your hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're just gonna roll our shoulders forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm going to begin my 10-second countdown, and feel free to stretch wherever your body is calling you to stretch and make it all happy. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. I hope everyone feels awake and refreshed. And now we're going to be going into our breakout room so that we can share any gratitude and appreciation points with one another. So if you're prompted to join, please click join. And if you're unable to at this time, please write down your gratitude points. So let's go into our breakouts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your gratitude and appreciation with one another. And to start, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Charlotte Kiluba. So Mrs. Kiluba, if you can please unmute and share.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. This morning, I'm so grateful that we have a BCSF at UTS here. And like every year, my house was candidate. So I'm so grateful that I can have a guest in my house today. Unfortunately, it's the last time around here. I'm happy to have them, and at the meantime, I'm sad because I'm used to have them every year, so it's the last time. I'm so sad for that, but I'm grateful that they can think like we have a family next to UTS where we can stay. So I'm so grateful having them in the house. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Kluba, for that wonderful sharing. And yeah, I'm sure those brothers and sisters who are staying over are really grateful for your hospitality, love, and also the fact that they're able to save a few bucks on not having to tent at UTS. And also, I'd like to invite up Dr. Ward to share his gratitude. So Dr. Ward, if you can please unmute and share.
Yes, I thought you were going to spare me. It seemed like you were. Yeah, I wanted to express my gratitude to President Naokimi for his observation yesterday. And I think he suggested an excellent practice to all of us that in reading Mother's words every day, that we take we take time and choose a keyword from each section as we go through. So I started a new file yesterday with a keyword every day. I think it's a very good thing to do. It's a way to really bring us closer to True Mother at this time when we really need to do that. So I thank you, President Naokimi, for Pastor President Naokimi, for making that suggestion. And I hope that we can all take advantage of that. I'm also grateful that it's our brothers and sisters that are reading the Mother of Peace this time. It was nice to have an outside person read it, but I think it's even better that we have our own members reading it this time. And there's just a lot more heart reflected. So I'm grateful for that as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ward, for your wonderful sharing. And definitely, if you know Dr. Ward, he is forever a student. And I think he was just a student to True Mother and student to Pastor Naokimi, and just really sinking in the suggestion he shared yesterday. So thank you so much for your sharing. And with that, brothers and sisters, thank you all for sharing your gratitude and appreciation. But I'd like to now prepare our hearts and our minds so that we can well receive Mother's words from the Mother of Peace. And we're going to have Pastor Naokimi read it and also share his reflection. So let us welcome Mother of Peace.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So let us read. This is part of the chapter 1, titled "My Cherished Lifelong Wish." The first shout had been a signal, and all at once, people in the market were taking out Korean flags and vigorously waving them high above their heads. From every corner of the open market, cries of Korean independence, Manse, reverberated. This woman's voice was the loudest of all. Shocked by the sudden melee and scores of Korean flags bursting into view, market goers, unprepared for the uprising, had to decide what to do. Some fled in fear of possible consequences. Others, the ones who believed in their nation's independence, joined the ranks of the demonstrators. The woman had been eagerly awaiting this day. She had stayed up many nights with her daughter, sewing her nation's flag, her hands shaking. Sitting under a kerosene lamp, she spoke to her daughter about Korea, its people, its faith, its ageless traditions, and the meaning of the Mansei independence movement. Listening to her mother, the little girl nodded her head, taking in everything. Now clinging to her mother's back, she heard the shouts of Mansei. She felt the innocence and righteousness of her countrymen and women, dressed in white, ready to lay down their lives for the sake of their nation's right to exist. The March 1st independence demonstrations took place not only in Anju, they occurred simultaneously in Seoul and across the nation. At most sites, they included a public reading of the Korean Declaration of Independence. This public outcry was not futile symbolism. It was an act of peaceful, nonviolent protest, an acclamation that the Korean people will cherish for eternity. All right, so yeah, just a quick review of some key points from the reading this morning that stood out to me. Yeah, in the first paragraph, again, we're continuing with this scene of, again, I believe this is either mother's mother or mother's grandmother, but this scene of a mom really shouting, preparing for this day and taking out the flag, Korean flag, and shouting Korean independence, Mansei. And the scene where, you know, the people, this in the second paragraph, really the Jangsang that was prepared to prepare the flag, where she stayed up all night to sew the flag together with the daughter. And so the daughter is kind of witnessing and experiencing this from a very young age. Really this desire and this Jangsang towards independence. And in the last paragraph, really where kind of elaborating that this is just one scene, which has been very kind of detailed and described in detail, happening all across the nation. So also elaborating how, you know, this was the heart of the people, not just one town, but really Koreans from all over the country resonating with this spirit and this desire for independence. Yeah, it's interesting. This chapter is titled My Cherished Lifelong Wish. And in the early parts of this chapter, really going into this yearning of independence, having their own country. And I referred to this yesterday, but I really feel like this experience from an early age of this desire for independence was a foundation, the suffering, the struggle, being kind of occupied, kind of was a foundation to understand God's, I feel, maybe God's deeper, suffering, and this desire for just being able to be free, to claim a nation as his and her own. And I believe that us centered on our true parents, we're this lifelong wish of establishing Cheon, establishing a nation that God can claim. It's the same kind of spirit of longing for just freedom from kind of being dominated by the ungodly forces, I would say, or not being in the realm of God's love. So if we could, I feel like, connect with this spirit of passion and desire to establish God's kingdom, then this story is a way to also connect to that kind of spirit. It's not just a passive spirit, although she does end with, this is an example, an act of peaceful, non-violent protest. So she's also kind of at the same time encouraging and modeling peaceful demonstrations for the sake of God and God's providence. So I hope we can kind of connect to that spirit. It's not just a passive spirit. It's really this passionate plea of wanting to establish God's homeland, just within our own homes, within our own communities, within our nation, and ultimately the world. In one sense, we can see this Cheon prayer halls as us claiming, different sections around the country as God's land, and yearning with members from all around the world to claim back God's land, and but in a peaceful but passionate way, really claiming back the space and the people, the hearts of people, back to God. So that's what came up for me this morning. Thank you for participating.
Thank you so much, Pastor Naokimi, for that wonderful sharing. And I know you are a man of intention. So definitely, if we all are able to grab and understand True Mother's intent for this world, or True Parents' intent, then we can passionately build substantial Chonoguk with our true parents. Thank you, Pastor Naokimi. And with that, brothers and sisters, we like to go into our breakouts to share any of our key insights and takeaways. Earlier, Simi posted into the chat the link to the document so that you can always refer back to True Mother's words that we read today. So please use that as a reference as you are sharing, and let us go into our breakouts.
Also, I encourage, if you guys have a copy of the book, then you can also, bring it with you so that you know which sections was read. You can kind of review the words, and that way, when you have the breakout, you can go back to the words to discuss together.
Yes. So yes, let us go into our breakouts now for the next 6 minutes. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your key insights and takeaways with one another. And to share with the whole community, I'd like to first invite up Mrs. Anne-Marie Mylar. So Mrs. Mylar, if you can please unmute and share.
All right, here I am. Well, it is my fourth reading, I was saying, about True Mother's Memoir. You know, I don't know, Yesu, if I can say what I said to you before, but anyway, I truly appreciate the ability for us to read these words. Just like we have to read over and over and over again, because every time we read, we understand something new or we comprehend something better. Just like the Christians, they read the Bible over and over and over again. They do it their whole life. And it's the same with us. We will need to read True Parents' guidance, True Parents' words our whole life, so that when at the end of our lives, hopefully, we have a much greater understanding of understanding God, understanding who we are, and how to live our lives. And we are almost like designing the future of the education, spiritual education of our children. When in the future, when there is no original sin, still the kids are going to have to grow, are going to have to learn. And in school, on the first grade, they will read these books. And then second grade, they will read the same book again. And then third grade again and again and again, until when they reach 18, they finally have a great understanding of who they are, who God is, guided by true parents. And hopefully they won't make the same mistake that we have made and then Adam and Eve made. So it's a constant learning. I mean, at 72, I'm learning every day, you know. And even when we go to spiritual world, we're not done learning. We are going to keep on learning, because God's creation and God's purpose for creating and who Heavenly Parent is, it's not something we are going to understand in a lifetime. It's not someone we are going to understand in a lifetime. It's going to take us centuries, even more, to learn it all. So I also appreciate hearing the opinion of my brothers and sisters about the reading. I really like that. It's very helpful to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mylar, for that wonderful sharing and insight. And to share next, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Caroline Hansen. So Mrs. Hansen, if you can please unmute and share.
Oh, good morning, brothers and sisters. I was afraid of this. Thank you for calling me Caroline. Do you know that Reverend Young was the only person that actually says my name right? And I don't know why he always said my name right, but he did. So it's very special that you just said it right. But anyway, what I was going to share, it's a very, I'm looking when we are reading, and I'm constantly thinking about the Jewish people when we are reading True Mother's Memoir. And because the Korean people are the chosen people, and the chosen people are for 40 years under the Japanese domination, and I find there's so many amazing things in there, and I feel that whatever they are doing, and even the fact that the women are always dressed in white, this is just pretty amazing and awesome. I mean, who dresses in white? Well, I'm dressed in white today, but who dresses in white? You get all dirty very easily, but they dressed in white. This might just be an external thing, but I look at everything. They're the chosen people and true mothers. And And if they thought about it consciously or not, oh, we are the chosen people, I don't even know, but God was working through those people, and everything in this book from True Mother is about the chosen people, or it's about God. And it's just like Anne-Marie said, there's just endless things to learn and learn and learn, because we are realizing things day by day as we are reading things. And it's just sorry, I'm a little, like Yasu said, I was discovering things while I'm talking, so thank you. But anyway, it's pretty awesome that we are reading it again, and we can read it again and again, and every time some new things pop up in your heart and mind. And I'm very grateful for the chosen people and all these people that persevered through all these difficulties, that we finally could have, that the only begotten daughter could actually in the end survive all these and be here today. So that is pretty amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Hanson, for your wonderful sharing and key insights. And of course, yes, we are always learning on the way, so no need to be worried about that. And so I got a special request from our pastor recommending that he'd like to hear this person share with everyone, as they had a great insight. And so I'd like to invite up Mr. Sprague, Mr. Steve Sprague, if you can please share.
Oh, yeah, go, Bobby.
Wow, I thought that Pastor Naokimi was going to actually use that insight tomorrow in his reflection, but that was better off. Anyway, yeah, American also have we were born from a yearning, and 300 years ago, we had the yearning heart. People were yearning for freedom. They were under oppression, and they were suffering, and they were yearning for freedom. And so that's in the divine principle, it says that created to become the object of God's heart has to go through that kind of circumstance, so that the people feel God's heart and become qualified to be the chosen nation. Today we were born into that freedom. We were born into the benefit of those who suffered to get freedom. We have the benefits. So it's people become complacent and get a feeling of entitlement. But to get good things, you have to pay the price. So I yearn for the kingdom of heaven on this earth, because I hate the providence of restoration, because I got to do it. Thank you very much.
Noriko-san, would you like to make a short comment?
No, I think that's enough.
What he said.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sprague. Yeah, I think it's a very insightful sharing, and even thinking about the birth of America, it's parallels to what the situation and circumstances that we were reading today and yesterday. Thank you. All right, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for, really sharing your key insights and takeaways with one another. As always, I would like to encourage you and remind you that we have many more to share, either to our family members, to our friends, our neighbors, or if you would like them to just join us and listen in, then please share the Zoom link. Also, you can let people know that we have recordings available on YouTube if you just type up NJ Family Church. And then you'll be able to find their recordings on their YouTube account. And also, if you are interested in being able to offer a living testimony or a offering song at the next Anshil, then please contact myself or Pastor Takino, and our emails are posted into the chat as well. So thank you, Tech, for being able to do that. And now I'd like to invite up Assistant Pastor Tsushi Takino of New Jersey Family Church to be able to start our Chunshimon prayer. So Pastor Takino.
Okay. Good morning, brothers and sisters. So today from Chunshimon, New Jersey prayer room, I'd like to invite Reverend Higuchi, the representative prayer. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parents, true parents, thank you. We are here in the Cheon, New Jersey, connecting with Cheon, Las Vegas, which directly connecting the Heavenly Parents, and then Korea Cheon. And gave us this opportunity to connect to parents and Heavenly Parents. How much we are grateful and to become this mother's final gift, greatest gift to us to reach you at this time. Sending God and true parents. Really appreciate this morning Hundokay together with these brothers and sisters. Today's we reading the part of the Korean Independence Days movement. So I received the blessing with Korean sisters, and we really had a difficult time to forgive each other, love each other. And Father gave us this Korean and Japanese blessing. And so now over 7,000 Japanese Korean couple and 7,000 Japanese sisters living in Korea, and to embrace and suffering, and also those difficult situations over this indemnity, historical resentment, to become one with Japan and Korea. Thank you. This movement, this is a true movement to become mother nation and father nations become one. We really appreciate this as the United States of America, as elder brothers nations. We really appreciate this mother nation, the father nations, to become one. We really need to become one family under God and this national restorations. Thank you. This Korean people's sacrificing and all this independence, there's many lives being sacrificed. How much these things happen, we are really need to getting know and comfort them, and who sacrificing their life on that day, on that time, and then we really greater. We really need to be sorry, and then we need to repent. We need to embrace all those soul, spiritual. As a best central family, I really pray for the heart of our brother and sister pray together here today for comfort those spirit on the spiritual world. We really need to understand their hardship. This Independence Days movement. Thank you. I pray. My name, Luke Higuchi, President of Family. 아주.
아주. Thank you so much, Reverend Higuchi, for your representative prayer. But now, brothers and sisters, I'd like to invite you all to unmute yourself and join us in unison prayer.
Beloved,
아버지,
Thank you very much for the
As
Thank you for the new restoration that
Time that we're gathered
so grateful now.
offer our sincere prayers and our
We're so
hearts
grateful
and
to have
어머니,
just so grateful that we can be
that we can be able to give so much of
this
our
morning
much of our
we are
we
so
receive wine,
and also concern for
receive
our
wine, parent,
well-being of everybody gathered
and
families and all the friends and be able to make it alive so that more and more of your love can spread from this simple but it's really right now with
they so
in
intimately
our life.
want to be able to be
We are
understood and recognized as the only begotten daughter as someone
happy with that
so much more truth
house
than
and
the world
Father,
or
we are
be
praying
so
able to understand. As
there have been
ever
new
since he was born into this world,
realizing that all
right
is our
now,
heart, mind,
we pray that we need to really value, understand the need
your
for every single
reality
how
the true mother is leading
for
us
everything we are
settlement eternal goodness.
we make us
Parents,
our
where he was able to hold on to
family
peace and love and unity, and also
of
expand that
that
into
your
the realm of that I received your blessing for a year and for beautiful daughter.
being
Build a
a
family, Joseph, and
family
so much joy to
yes
you and joy to your children. Surrounding yourself like the mother is going to be able to
say
truly love
your
your children.
guidance
In the
surrounded
so we need to make decisions
whatever
in this
the
physical earth that will really carry us forward into the future. And truly, just being able to teach others really support one another in life of lasting marriage. Our ancestors are all family members in this world.
family
We want to be able to follow God and
leading
to share and give us insights on what we need to do
house.
that can bring so much joy and our uniqueness as a family. Be able to teach and
Really
also teach our love is gathered
bring
so that
about
everyone is able to come together.
I
We need brothers and sisters, your parents have shed their blood, sweat, and tears, and just be able to so much joy and raise up a generation of 부모님, 전칭 장부님, 감사합니다. All right, brothers and sisters. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us today and offering your heart and devotion in your prayers. And today is day 4 of the 8-day cycle where our Heavenly Parent created the sun, the moon, and the stars. So always lightening up our evenings so that we always know where to look, the true north towards our Heavenly Parent. So yeah, thank you so much, brothers and sisters. We'll see each other tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank
Bless
you.
Have a good day.
Bless
Thank
you.
you.
Bless
Thank you.
Bye.
Kamsahamnida. Give me time.
Bye.
Hey, my comfort. I don't hear. I was here for.
Beautiful day.
Pastor, I'm like, give me. Thank you. Which one?
Nigeria.
Was good to see you, bro.
Bye.
Good morning, Tom
Yeah.
Baldwin. Stephen Boyd.
Good morning.
All right, brothers and sisters. So we're gonna be closing out.
Good morning, Caroline.
5,
Bye.
4,
Yes, sir.
3,
Yes, sir.
2,
Yes, sir.
1,
Yes, sir.
0.
Yes, sir.
Have a wonderful day,
Yes.
everyone.